You've been lied to by everyone. Let me explain. What do Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozi, and Ryan Serhant have in common? They all have this one phenomenal skill that they've truly mastered, and that's sales. All of the core of what they really teach inside of their business models of starting your own business, whether it be SMMA, starting your own gym, or getting into real estate, is sales. It's the prerequisite that you need to actually succeed in any of these business models. Just like you always hear you need to walk before you run, you need to learn how to sell before you actually start a business. And I know what you might be thinking, here comes another fucking guru trying to sell his path to enlightenment. And you're right, I am. And while I really don't like the label of being called a guru, I've mentored over 200 people in sales that do over 6 figures, selling for multi-million-dollar companies that are all owned by those 3 people I literally just mentioned. So if you're not willing to listen to a guy who's done all of that, I don't really know how to help you. Look, this is gonna be a really hard pill to swallow. But if you've never worked inside of a 7 or 8 figure business, you should not start a business. Let me explain. If you've never played football before, and then you went on a field and tried to go coach a whole team, you wouldn't know what to do. Starting a business without being inside of a huge successful business is no different. There's so many things that can go wrong. Like, let me just break them down for you. Number 1, when you accept someone's money, they expect a certain thing back, and it's hard to fulfill on your promises when you have no experience. This can absolutely fuck up your reputation. Secondly, you could take on big financial risks without having a proven path to make great money inside of your business because you don't understand marketing, you don't understand sales, and you could lose all of your money. I used to run a shoe business where I'd flip shoes like Jordans and Yeezys and different stuff like that. Back when I was in college, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I've never been inside of a huge business before, and I made so many mistakes. And first of all, I don't even know about any of this stuff. I was just trying to make money. I knew nothing about the market. Anytime I went to buy shoes to go sell them, I would empty my entire bank account because I knew that I would make the most money if I bought the most expensive shit. There was the biggest margin. And I found the big one. I found this pair of off-white Chicago Jordan 1s. These things are freaking beautiful. It's the 1985s for my sneakerheads out there. So I learned from my mistake. I'm like, let me find the buyer first. I found it. I'm like, holy shit. I'll make $1,500 if I do this right. And everything's synced up. He opens it and he's like, dude, are you a scammer? Like, these are fake. And my stomach dropped. I knew that this guy sent me the verification. I know they're real. It's like, let me check on my phone. I check on my phone. I pull out the check app. I do it myself. They're fake. I go to call the guy I bought them from. Blocked number. Doesn't go through. All my money's gone. Rent's due tomorrow. I have no money. I get a call from my buddy, Adam, and I'm speaking with him, and he says that he bought the sales training program for $6,000, and immediately my just mental like scam radar starts going crazy. I'm like, dude, it's a mistake. You got scammed. Figure out how to get a refund. I was just still kind of in like a mental handicap mode. He texts me 3 months later. He's doing 20 G's a month. And I know what you might be thinking. Okay, this guy just buys some course, 90 days later, he's making 20 grand a month. What type of job did this guy land? This isn't any sales stuff I've ever heard of. And you're right. He wasn't doing some like insurance sales job. He wasn't reaching out about your car's extended warranty or like a used car salesman. Not these types of sales jobs. What Adam was doing is something called high ticket sales. High ticket sales in its most simple form is you are the middleman between 2 people. We got the business owner selling stuff, usually about $5,000 to $20,000 services, marketing, coaching, different things like this. Then we got the person who wants to buy it. Business owner, too busy to hop on all the calls. So he will give a high ticket closer 10% commission for the stuff that they sell. And the people that Adam was speaking to were already interested. They already wanted to buy the product. They had a couple questions. Adam just collected the cash. And every time he did, he would make $1,000. So I think you could see now how doing 20 grand a month in this is very doable. And that was that light bulb moment where I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I got out of this hole with no money, kind of back against the wall situation. I sold my ass off as a high ticket closer to get out of this rut from the money I lost from the shoe stuff and really got back on my feet. And fast forward 2 years later, I'm doing 30 grand a month as a high ticket closer. I'm just saying all this to really say, instead of starting a business, you should just become a high ticket closer instead. So in the next part of this video, I'm gonna be breaking down exactly how to become a high ticket closer in 2024 so that you could replicate the success that I personally did and Adam did as well. Let's get into the action item, the fun stuff. Step 1, what do I sell? The best thing for you to sell is whatever you're interested in. You end your day, you get home from school, you get home from work, you probably crack open YouTube. what do you actually look at? Whatever your YouTube recommended is, I promise you those people are selling stuff. So if you click on one of their videos, you look at the link in the bio, you click that link and you could book a call. That means that they have high ticket closers that are selling stuff, and you could be the person that sells that stuff. So whatever you have an interest in, you can reach out to these business owners and become a high ticket closer for them. Which brings us to step number 2, finding these people to actually sell for. If your interest, the thing that you look up all the time is fitness, for the sake of this example, we place sales reps for 3 different 8-figure online fitness training companies. Go onto YouTube, go onto Instagram, go onto Twitter, go onto TikTok, and type in fitness or like lifting tips. You're gonna see these people with huge followings. Go to the link in their bio, and I promise you they have a little website where you watch a video and you book a call. And if that's the case, DM these people. Let me show you how to actually stand out. What I want you to do is I want you to click on their actual website, and there's gonna be a part where you have to put in your name, your email, and your number. And I want you to do that. And I want you to wait 30 minutes. And if you don't get a call, I want you to DM them and say, hey, Garrett, I just opted in to your funnel and I didn't get a call within 30 minutes. Your setter is not doing enough calls and I want to be that person for you. Let me join your sales team and I'll make sure leads get called fast enough so that way you can make more money. I've had this approach happen to me a couple times. I always interview these people. If you could do that one thing, showing a little effort to stand out, your DMs will perform so much better than anyone just saying, hey, I want to be a high ticket closer. Can you hire me? It doesn't work. And I know I said something real quick there and I really don't want this to get confused, right? There's setters and then there's closers. What you're probably gonna do here if you don't have experience is be a setter. If you have experience, you can go straight to a closer. So what's the difference? Setters are calling people or DMing people who are already pretty interested and you just set the actual appointment. So you book the call on the closer's appointment. Setters get about 5% commission. If you have less experience, you start as a setter. Closers will simply get an email that says, hey, I got a call with John today at 2 on a Zoom call for 45 minutes. I have all this information on this person. They're warmed up, they're ready to go. Hop on the call, I'll close them. That's it. 10%, maybe 15% commission. You're gonna grind as a setter for this company and you're gonna try to get as good as you possibly can. I want you doing 75 or 100 calls a day. I want you going hard. I want you reviewing every single call that you do, trying to get better, learning what you can improve upon. And when a business owner sees a setter going hard, doing the dials, getting good, setting a ton of appointments, they're gonna realize that you're too good to be a setter and they will move you up to a closer. This is where you make big boy money. Setters usually cap out about $6,000 a month, that's maybe $8,000 a month, but you move to a closer, you're gonna make killer money as a closer. And at this point, you may think you have crossed the finish line, but you're wrong. This is where 90% of people stop when they get in high ticket sales. And it's the worst mistake you could possibly make. And I truly don't know how else to tell this to you. Once you know great at sales, you have this level of freedom that I can't even like put words to. You could strip all of my money from me, take all of my belongings, and drop me in some random ass country where I have no connections, and I can go do 6 figures a year. I have clients inside the Closing Bible who are kind of at this level. They're renting out villas in Marbella, Spain, with 3 other high ticket closers. They're just taking a couple sales calls, going to the beach, they're going out to clubs. You can live wherever you want, basically do whatever the fuck you want, and you can control your entire schedule too. If you want to do later in the morning, later in the day, you want to do weekends, you don't want to do weekends, because once you're that valuable, you're that good to a business, they're not going to fire you. I don't know about you guys, I'm not like your Rolexes, Lambos, you know, all that shit. To be honest, that's not me. It's really just not having to think about money for base level expenses that you have. And you don't realize the amount of financial anxiety you have. The thing that's in the back of your head nonstop, where you wake up and you think about money. You wake up and you're like, fuck, I'm hungry, but I don't have that much in my fridge, so I guess I'll just get whatever I can get. It's that being eliminated, where all of your money problems are solved. And money doesn't solve all problems, but it solves money problems. And you can really think for yourself, you become an actual human being. And that is the most freeing thing on earth. Traveling around the world, I've done that, Greece, London, all over the US. I promise you, once you taste this, you'll never be able to look back. And if you're not there right now, you fucking better want to be. And you better go hard to make this doable. So if you're a beginner, you have no sales experience whatsoever, in the link in the description, I have a completely free course. Check it out, it'll say free course, click it, watch it. This will give you in further detail and in more steps exactly how to do everything I told you how to do in this video. If you have experience, I own the Closing Bible, that's my company. What we have is the most hands-on sales training on this earth. We are reviewing all of your sales calls. We have sales training, recorded materials, we have group and one-on-one sales training, and the best part is we guarantee placement into vetted, high quality, high paying sales opportunities in these high ticket sales roles. If you go to DM outreach, trust me, it still works, but we've spoken over 2,000 businesses to place sales reps for them, and you guys don't know the red flags that are in these companies yet that could limit you to making 20 and 30 grand a month. So we vet out all these businesses, make sure there's no red flags, and you can just hop right in and make killer money. If that's you and you have some sales experience, some business experience, go to the link in the description, closingbible.com, watch the video, book in a call, and I'll see you on the other side.